OBS?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Easiest way to run a multi-camera setup.
Yeah, dude.
Literally. I was trying to figure it out for a minute how to even
Set
get
that
this
shit
shit
up.
work, and then I realized OBS is because I just record it to my computer too. But then this way, once we do start live streaming, it's already the same setup.
Yeah. When I used to stream on Twitch, I used to set that shit up, bro. All the overlays, like the new follower alert and shit.
Yeah, I want to start streaming on Twitch.
That shit took so long,
Yeah?
bro. To set up the OBS, because I didn't use Streamlabs OBS. I used the I'm assuming that's the regular OBS.
Yeah.
That's not Streamlabs. Streamlabs OBS, it's like they have overlays and shit already. But on this one, you got to go in and put everything in manually, like where you want it and shit. That shit took me probably 24 hours for real, like to set that shit up. Like, decent.
What were you doing on stream?
I was playing Fortnite, Twitch, that shit. That was like season 3, bro.
Oh, damn, the prime.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I ended up getting affiliated. I made like $83 from that shit because I got hosted by this guy in the UK, and he brought 2,100 viewers to my stream. So they were donating shit every time I was getting a kill and shit. It was fun,
dude.
Bro.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, Twitch is a good way to interact with fans and like build a fan base.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How long were you doing Twitch?
Not long, to be honest. I was trying to get into it for like a year, but then I was only on Twitch for like 4 months. Because after sitting on the computer and playing video games for like 7 hours, I was like, dude, this is not for me, bro.
For real. Like, some people just don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah, dude. And on top of that, I'd be getting so pissed because like I'd be have an off day on Fortnite, and then I would be like, fuck this shit, I'm done with this game, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, well, let's run it back to Hostile Synergy. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got the boy ProdbyScooby.
Yep.
I know you've worked with, what is it, Dim Watkins?
Yeah.
Peep that.
D. Watkins, yeah.
D. Watkins, yeah. And then I'm not sure who else we worked with, but hopefully we'll get into all that.
Yeah.
What is it like growing up for you in Orlando?
Well, it's I'm like 23 minutes like northeast of Orlando. So I grew up in this little town, and it's not really little, but
where were you born?
I was born in Florida. Okay. I was born in Orlando.
Yeah, I got you.
So, but yeah, I don't know, man. I was growing up, I was just always doing shit, bro. Like, I wanted to do everything and anything. Like, I think my first ever dream that I had was to race motocross.
How old were you?
I think I was like 4.
Okay.
I got my first dirt bike when I was 5.
Damn.
And then I started like riding that shit. My dad would bring me to the track every weekend. And then there was one time we went to this supercross race, which is like an arena type shit. And they do the race in the arena and shit. It's so lit, bro. And he brought me there, and this guy came up to me and started talking to me in like Spanish. And I'm 5 years old. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And then my dad's like, you know what you did? Like, you just signed yourself up for a race. And so I just like shit myself. I'm like, hell no, I'm not about to do that. So I went there and then I raced, and I ended up crashing in like the whoops, which are like this section of just like bumps like that. And I got so terrified, bro. So I ended up leaving. But he told me if I would have stayed, I would have ended up placing second, and I would have got a trophy and shit.
Damn.
So that shit like fucked me. I was like, damn. But yeah, I was doing motocross for a minute. I got a YZ85 in 2014. That was like my race bike. And then that's when I ended up having a seizure as well. So my parents wanted to sell my bike after I had my second seizure 2 months later. I had my seizure on Christmas, bro, December 25th, 2014.
What was like the lead up to that? Like, I mean, obviously, was there no lead up? Like, did you have no idea?
So for the first time on Christmas morning, there was no lead up. I just woke up and there was like firemen around me and shit like that. But the second time I was at a telly in Jacksonville, and that time I felt it in my arm, like my left arm. It felt like I used to describe it when I was younger as it felt like my arm was asleep and my dog was licking it. But like as I got old, isn't that so weird, bro? But
that's
like,
a weird description.
Dude. But as I got older, it was just like it was throbbing so much, and it was like the neurons in my brain and the electricity, like how all that shit works, bro. It was all my nerves were like
firing.
Yeah, dude, getting fucked.
Yeah,
bro.
That's what a seizure is. I think it's like electricity going in your brain.
Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. I felt that shit, and I remember running like to my room. I was like, yo, I'm vibrating, bro. Like that's what I told my dad. I told him I'm vibrating because that's what it felt like. And on top of that, your body's shutting down, about to like factory reset.
That was on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that was on Valentine's Day, bro. I had one on Christmas and Valentine's Day.
That's crazy too. Those 2 days,
bro. For real, dude. So like, every single Christmas now, it's just different, bro. Like the
Damn.
vibe in the crib is just like kind of different.
Damn.
Yeah.
What, it was super like happy growing up?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
dude. Christmas was
Super
lit,
jolly.
bro. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
for real. And then like, shit, bro. I remember when I had my seizure. Like my brother told me after, they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Uh-huh.
Like they didn't know it was a seizure. They just saw me on the ground, like
Yeah, because that was the first time that shit had happened.
out of nowhere.
How
too,
old are you?
bro. I was 12.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you had no like like medical shit like going on before?
nothing, bro. So that fucked with me too. I'm like, damn, I'm epileptic. Like,
Oh, that's when you
shit.
first found out you were epileptic.
Epileptic.
I got
Yeah,
you.
bro. I found that shit out. And then they put me on medicine. It's called like Trileptal, I think, or like Oxcarbs Pine or some weird shit, bro.
Mhm.
But I've been on that shit for 7 years and I haven't had a seizure.
Okay.
So they told me that what it does is, this is like just theoretically, like it builds a wall right here. So when you have your brain waves are like this, every time you have a brain spike, that's when, if it goes to the other side of your head, that's when you have a seizure.
Okay.
So what the medicine does is it just like pretty much blocks the spike from going all the way to the other side of your brain. So it prevents seizures.
Mhm.
And yeah, every year I've had to go have a sleep study for 24 hours. I got to sit in a bed like, and they read my brain waves.
For
There's,
24 hours?
Like, yes,
Dang,
bro.
that's interesting.
Yeah, my last sleep study I went and I was making beats the whole time, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it's literally
All
the
right, well,
whole
at least you're allowed
time.
to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. They got a bunch of like junk food in there and shit for me. Huh?
Where do you do that at?
They do it at, it's crazy, bro. It's literally on top of a Regions Bank. It's in Winter Park. It used to be in
On
Orlando.
top of a bank? That's
Dude, it's
crazy.
on top of a bank. It's like the neurologist like center. It's on top of a Regions Bank, bro.
True.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like a 5-story building. Like an office complex, but the first one is Regions, so like they promote that one when you first like walk in and shit. You got to go up an elevator and go up to the 3rd floor.
Mhm.
That's like the doctor's office, and then the 2nd floor is like where they do all the like testings at and the brain reading and all that shit, bro.
And you're going through all that while you're still like pretty young.
Yeah, bro.
So they plan on having you on that medication like forever. So you,
Um,
because I know I saw in your on the caption you were just talking about how like I don't know like you just felt different off the meds, which I mean you know, but
Yeah.
if it's for your life safety, it's kind of hard to know
Yeah.
it's a tough battle.
Yeah, well, now, I mean, like, when I first started taking it, the side effects are, like, being drowsy and, like, being depressed. And I feel like that's when I learned, like, what depression was and shit, because I was never, like, sad, you know what I'm saying? But then
Yeah.
once I really sat and, like, looked at everything, I'm like, damn, I can't play football never again. I can't do motocross. Like, my physical, like, the little, like, paper or whatever you got to give to the people at the school and shit, like, they wouldn't accept that and shit. I couldn't do nothing, bro.
Because you're vulnerable
Yeah.
to seizures.
But so I've been on it for 7 years, but what they do is when your brain spikes, like every time they see a spike, I gotta stay on the medicine. And
Oh,
it
okay.
used to be on the whole right side of my brain, and now it's like only on a little portion right here, only when I'm sleeping. It used to be 24/7 I'd be having brain spikes. So it's gone down, the medicine's like working and shit.
Interesting.
But when
Okay.
they don't see any brain spikes, that's when they're gonna come to me and say, look, like, we can wean you off the medicine now. You won't have to take it anymore and shit.
Okay, so you're not gonna be on it forever.
Yeah. But I can't drive when they wean me off.
Really?
Yeah, and on top of that, if they wean me off, like, I'd be tripping dick because I don't want to have another seizure.
Yeah, of
you
course.
know?
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah,
I
you
don't
never know if that's
bruh.
just gonna. Are they saying that the medication like eliminates it, or is it? It can't be that. It's just
They
like lowers the probability, maybe.
pretty much. They still don't know why I had a seizure or 2 seizures. They don't know what they were
That's
caused
crazy
by.
too.
They kind of like came to the like theory that it was because of lack of sleep, and I was so young going through puberty like so fast, so they think that's like has some kind of like, I don't know, something to do with
factor,
it. Like,
yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. They don't know either, which is weird, bruh.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. That was the question I have for you. Is like, what
Yeah.
did the doctor say?
Yeah.
You know.
Most people, it's like strobing lights and shit like that. But
Yeah.
when I go have my test where they read my brainwaves, they'll have me blow on a pinwheel to see like if I get really lightheaded, I have to blow on it for like 3 minutes straight.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I get, dude, it's fucking ass, bro, because you get so lightheaded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3
dude.
minutes.
Yeah, bro, you gotta sit there and do that shit. And then they put a big ass light in front of your face, and it starts like
Flashing?
a
Yeah,
little bit, and then it goes like
Crazy.
crazy, bro.
Epilepsy.
Yeah, but that doesn't do shit. I'm sitting there smiling the whole time like this isn't gonna do shit.
How fast does it flash?
Dude, it goes so fast to
probably
where
trying
it
to
just,
trigger.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy because if
Yeah.
you do get triggered by that, wouldn't they just give you a seizure?
Yeah,
but then they
exactly.
come in and
That's what
help.
they're trying to- yeah,
That's
what they're
the
trying
whole point because that's when you're already connected with the
So they can
cords and
identify.
shit. So the doctor will read your brainwaves and be like, okay, this is why you had a seizure. This is what caused it. And, like they see how your brain, so they know what to do and like how to help
So
and
how
shit.
does that make you feel like being in like the field that you're in then? Because like when it comes to like music festivals and like music
Hell
shows,
yeah.
like that's like a big trigger. Like,
Yeah,
even in the
yeah, yeah.
studio,
Yeah, flashing
like,
lights and
Like
shit.
even in the studio sometimes, like I've been in a couple studios and then you got LED lights and then
Yeah,
like sometimes you got like flashing at like that must like suck sometimes. Or, like
Yeah.
at least I guess because you're on your medicine now, like it's helping with it, so you're not really like
Yeah.
too worried about it.
I mean,
guess.
yeah, but it is weird sometimes too, cause I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what if I have a seizure out of nowhere?
Yeah,
Cause
you
like,
feel me? Yeah, especially if you're
Yeah.
around a lot of that like
Yeah.
environment already. So.
I mean, if you're on the meds, apparently, like you shouldn't.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
shit, it's been
But
7 years.
I see what you're saying though.
Yeah,
Like
like,
if
you
they
feel
wean
me?
you
'Cause
off,
that's
which
what I'm saying,
but
they wean 'em
that
off.
that's what I would want to do. Is like I don't
Yeah, I
want to stay on
wouldn't-
this
yeah,
medication
me
forever.
neither, bro.
Yeah, but
like,
then you're
when you get weaned off, do you think like the wall stays there forever?
That's
but
what I-
over
No,
time,
no,
it
no,
that's a-
disappears?
listen, though,
that's
the
a good
wall-
Disappears,
question, bro.
Like, you feel me?
Though it doesn't actually build a wall.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just nah.
an
It's just like the
Yeah.
the analogy
But
that
the
they
medication
gave me.
creates like a
Yeah,
wall.
but I'm
Yeah,
saying,
dude.
like in like
I
yeah, you
understand.
feel me? But I'm saying is that wall like
no. So there's no really wall. So when he stops taking the medication,
So
there
there's-
is no wall.
so then
Yeah, but the doctor was talking about how like his brain waves were
So they'll
like
just come
lowering. It
back?
was first it was his whole head, and now it
the
was just
spikes,
Yeah, but
there
would they
there
just
won't
come
be
back
as
then?
many. That's what I'm
would they
I'm
just
saying. That's
grow-
what I'm
wouldn't
tripping
they just
about.
grow again?
But they said that they think it was
That's how
like
I
I said,
think
a
of.
puberty seizures.
Yeah,
So
'cause
they
they
think
can't
that I'll
explain
grow
it.
out of it.
Yeah.
And that's why now every time I go in there, like everything's doing good. Like I'm like
True,
A
yeah.
plus patient type shit.
oh okay.
That's what they say. I'm like,
So
okay,
you-
good,
you
because
go up.
I
Yeah.
want to grow out of that shit, bro. I don't want to like.
I mean, you'll probably have epilepsy forever, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though,
Probably not
'cause-
severe epilepsy. Like,
yeah,
probably like,
yes,
They don't even
Yeah.
know the triggers.
mean,
though.
yeah. So technically, here's the thing: epileptic seizures are what caused by strobe lights and shit like that.
Yeah.
But mine aren't caused by strobe lights. I
Oh,
just
okay.
had a grand mal seizure, which is when you're on the ground shaking, which is a type of epileptic seizure. So
Oh, so they just put you into that.
they put me into that category because
Category
I had a
because of the
grand
type of-
mal
yeah.
seizure,
It's the
which
only
is
way they know
the,
how to
Oh,
the
see
exact
that.
name of it. Yeah. So I'm like,
so okay,
I
I
don't
got
know,
you.
bro.
Yeah,
So,
so he's
yeah.
probably not even epileptic.
Yeah, like they're flashing you with the.
and I didn't have a seizure.
Exactly. So yeah. you might actually not. It might not
So
be.
that's when
related.
they said it might be a seizure where you grow out of it. You know, it happens when you're young, and they said it's very common. Which I was like, dude, no one I know has had a seizure, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
That's what
like,
I was about to
dude,
say,
Yeah,
The
but-
more I talk to people, the more I'm like, I'll talk about like epilepsy or like a seizure or some shit, and then they'll say like, yeah, bro, like shit, I've had seizures growing up, and like it's just crazy shit,
Wait,
bro.
So then I got a question then. So then, do you think it's the drugs that made the?
Nah,
made
bro,
the
I was
weight go
12,
down?
bro.
Yeah,
Or
you-
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
it-
oh,
of
oh.
course it is.
But how do you
So-
know? Because think about it. Because if he wasn't epileptic,
Oh, actually, that
you
is a
feel
good
me? If
question.
he wasn't epileptic and he just grew out of it,
So
say
listen,
this whole
bro.
time he just been growing out of it,
Yeah,
and
you're
they
right.
just got him on drugs that he didn't need.
You
Like,
kind of right.
That's crazy.
But it's also It's also making sure he's not gonna have
Yeah.
another one. But I know what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Fuck that shit though. That shit ass, dude. For real.
No, that's a
But-
good point though.
You said you used to motocross, football, any other stuff you did that it kind of.
Dude, I've done so much shit, bro.
race
Like,
cars.
yeah, dude. Like, if I seriously sit here and name all the shit I did, like, just as hobbies, just as stuff I wanted to explore and, like, I don't know, just, like, see what it has to offer, you know? Like, I was skateboarding. I was BMXing. I used to airsoft. I was in the competitive paintball for a minute. I was in the
Yeah.
World Cup. I was playing NXL paintball. I used to
shit's
bass
crazy.
fish. Yeah. I think I was paintballing when I knew you from school as well,
Yeah,
probably.
for sure.
Oh, I
Like those professional games. Are,
Yeah,
are
crazy.
intense.
yeah,
I've
dude, the
I've seen a couple
speedball, like
clips.
Yeah,
the blow up
yeah,
bunkers and
yeah.
shit. You're in that
Yeah.
You
shit.
did all of that.
Yeah, the finger
Yeah,
shit,
bro,
like
yeah,
that. They
dude.
got to be going crazy.
Yeah,
like,
dude. The position on the field I played was called front Dorito. I was the D side player, and so there's dude, for real, bro.
Is it
There's
the Dorito
Wait, that's
shaped
the
thing,
name
or-
of the
yeah, it's a
yeah.
pyramid.
That's
So there's
crazy.
D side of the field, which is Dorito, and those are the pyramids,
Uh-huh.
and then there's snake side, which is like
bunker, or the
where it's
round.
just long on the ground and like you gotta crawl through it and shit like that. That was lit, bro. Paintball was like a big part of my life, and I never thought it would get to that point. But like, dude, I learned so much playing paintball, and like all the guys I hung out with, like they were fucking dicks, bro. Cause
Yeah?
I was the youngest one there. They were all old ass people who were
Yeah,
like,
they are.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, bro?
Most
They
of
were
it, yeah.
dicks on my team, but I don't know. It was family, bro. So like,
Would
They
you
were
play?
just-
Would you play again when you get older?
fuck yeah, dude. I would
It's
go
fun,
play
bro.
again.
It's
That's
fun
how
to
I
just do
said.
it, like just go and
I do
Yeah,
with your
airsoft.
friends.
I want to
Exactly.
do airsoft.
Yeah.
Like I want to go to like you feel me? and do
Yeah,
a
I
whole-
used to speed soft, so
Bro,
that's
you
similar to
you
like
never been
paintball.
before?
Yeah, it is. I've been
Oh.
paintballing before.
Oh,
I've
okay.
never been airsoft. I want to do like how they got like the big Call of Duty maps and stuff. And all
Yeah,
that. Like, I
bro,
wanna
they
go, like-
closed that shit. I used to go to Combat City.
Bro, I used to go to
real?
Combat City too.
Yeah.
That
The
shit was
one-
crazy.
the one on Aloma?
Yeah, the indoor grocery store.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it was like a
They
little
had
airsoft
an
thing.
indoor grocery
Yeah,
store.
yeah, and it
Yeah,
was
dude,
it
it
was
was
like
in
all
a
like
Publix. It was in an
so
old
fucking
Publix,
cool, bro. It was like
bro.
some
That
airsoft
shit
shit.
sound
dude.
tough as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they had
That's
this
like some Cardi shit.
they had this hallway and it was like pitch
Dark
black.
hallway.
Yeah,
That's what it's
and
called.
Motherfuckers had like the green beams and the flashlights.
Yeah, the
it was
lasers, bro.
insane. Like you literally couldn't like.
Man, they closed it down.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I
On
think
closing
they
day, I
revamped
went.
the whole plaza. I think.
Yeah, it's a gym now, bro.
Yeah.
But on closing day, I went to that shit because the owner, his name was Dave. He was a dick as well, bro. Like, for real, bro. Dave, we were in that bitch, bro, and he was like, everyone can come in. The whole place is open. So the front lobby was the field. Like, as soon as you
Holy
open
shit.
in the doors to go in, you're going to get shot at,
Shot,
bro.
yeah,
So,
that's
like,
crazy,
people
yeah.
were bringing hammers and kicking down doors and walls and
That
shit,
shit-
breaking
Why?
shit.
Because they were closing.
Yeah, dude, they were going to revamp the whole thing.
Holy shit.
So they were
at
destructing
it.
everything, bro. People brought fire extinguishers and were blowing that shit. It was
They were just,
insane.
dude, that sounds fun as fuck.
It was insane,
Bro,
bro.
I should have filmed that.
That's crazy.
real.
They
Yeah,
should have filmed that.
but the
That
Polar
would've been
Stars
crazy.
and shit, like the guns with high pressured air HPA guns, they
Mhm.
turn their shit up to like 500 feet per second.
and we're just killing
and
and
we're
murking people.
yeah, dude.
Dude. Yeah, that shit's insane. Like how fast some of those
Yeah,
guns can
bruh.
shoot. Like
Yeah.
you get beamed.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
60 rounds per second on an airsoft gun,
Yeah,
bro.
60 rounds.
It's like
God damn.
that's what it sounds like, bro. For real, dude. Yeah, that shit's insane, bro.
So you were 12 years old when you had your first seizure.
Yeah,
You weren't in middle school at the time, or you were?
I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it like going into middle school and just like I don't know, like
So-
the first couple years of like post, you know? What I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I went to this elementary school, and then I went to a different middle school.
Mhm.
So for middle school, it was already like I gotta adjust to all these new people, this new environment, bro. Like I don't know none of these people at all, bro. So like that was my first time jumping school. I grew up with all these other people,
Yeah.
so it was like different, bro. I just always tried to be myself and shit, and like a lot of people gravitated towards that.
Mhm.
I made a lot of good friends there, but yeah, I don't know. They understood everything. Like shit, they didn't say like what the fuck, like you got seizures,
No,
bro.
of course.
Like,
Who would
yeah,
do that?
you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
there'd be a few that
Fucking menace.
they would make jokes about it and shit. Like
yeah,
and-
it's middle school.
Yeah,
Exactly,
kids,
It's
bro.
not
kids,
understanding.
kids.
Yeah, but like I mean that shit never affected me either. Like I remember the first like day I got back from school in elementary school after I had my first seizure. I'm in my classroom and I'm looking through the window of the door and I see this kid I knew walk by and he just like started like shaking in
wow.
front of the window and like walked by and I was like, so this shit finna happen like this
Oh,
every
wow.
day, bro. Like
That's
damn.
some bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, shit, I cope with it well, bro. I didn't take it as, look, this is like life change. I mean, it was life changing, but like,
The
dude, I'm
event
still
was.
breathing, bro.
Nah, yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me? So like, it's not that big of a deal. And
Mhm.
like I said, I posted that on my Instagram when I was at the sleep study.
Oh,
I was
okay.
sitting there just reflecting and like thinking about everything. And I'm like, dude, if I wouldn't have my seizures, I would have never been making music.
Why
I
do
would've-
you think that?
Because I would have pursued motocross. I would have
Oh,
stayed with that or
You're
football.
right. You're right.
I wanted to be like a student athlete, bro.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I was gonna be like making
Damn, that's
music
a good ass point.
and all that shit, you know. So like every little thing that's happened in my life, every situation I've been in, everything that's
Just
like
molding
fucked
you.
with me, bro. It's
Yeah.
literally like it's just leading.
It's
up,
to bring you
bro.
to this point.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
for real. Like
Oh yeah.
that should be crazy
It's
as
the
hell.
best way to look at it.
Yeah, dude.
And then, how did you get into producing then?
So, to be honest, I never even knew what producing was for a minute, and I had a bunch of sound panels up in my room from Twitch. I FaceTime my boy, And he was like, dude, you look like a fucking beat maker, like a producer. I was like, what the fuck is
Why?
that
'Cause you were
shit?
just streaming.
Yeah, because I had the sound panels up, and I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell is that, bro? Like, I'm going to make a beat, dude. I want to make a beat.
Yeah.
So I downloaded, it's called NCH, like free software. It's like some bullshit ass shit, bro. I don't even know, bro. Downloaded that shit, and I opened it up. And when I opened it up, I just looked at it and was completely lost.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
how I feel when I
so
open that
confused,
shit,
bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What was it called? Like?
It was like NCH.
And that's a like,
NCH.
type of DAW.
Yeah, type in like NCH, like beat making or some shit. I just typed in
It
free
probably
beat
pop
making
up,
software
yeah.
on Google, and
That
it was
was
the first
straight
thing I
up.
seen. Downloaded that bitch on my desktop, bro, with like all my other games and shit on it. I opened it up and I was like, yeah, fuck, this shit is not for me. But I that's when I knew like what it was. I learned what it was and shit, and I was like, okay.
How old are you?
I was a freshman, so
Oh, word.
I don't even know.
But
probably
you didn't really
15.
pick it up.
No, hell
Yeah,
no.
because I remember
didn't-
you like sophomore year or some shit. Like, you weren't making beats at the
Yeah.
time.
So when I picked up producing, I was at my old job. I worked at BurgerFi on Park Ave, and this guy walks in. He's got a Juice World hoodie on. He's got blonde tip dreads, and he's got his hood up. And I'm like, dude, this motherfucker is Juice World, bro. Like, what the fuck? And the night prior, my brother had been going through some shit, and he had texted me on some shit. Like, he was just going through some shit mentally, and he was like at a fuck up place. So I was kind of fucked up mentally that day at work, and that's when, like, a few days after Juice WRLD's album dropped, Legends Never Die, that shit dropped on my birthday. And then, so I'm in there all day at my work listening to that, and this guy walks in looking like Juice WRLD, and I like had to take a step back.
What's bro's name? Because I remember it's like lit checking out his music.
So his artist name is Jackson,
Yeah.
JXSON, and then his real name is Sterling Jackson.
I got you.
So he walked in with this girl, and I'm like, dude, you look like Juice WRLD, bro. And we started talking. I was like, do you make music? And mind you, I never even stepped foot into, man, I want to help and make music or none of that shit. I was still fucking like fishing or some shit, bro. So he's in BurgerFi, and I'm bringing him his food and shit. I gave him a free cup and shit for looking like this rapper and shit,
Yeah.
bro. And like his vibe, he was very friendly to me. We were just talking about like shit. And then I told him about like my brother. I was like, dude, my brother last night was saying some like fucked up shit. Like he's just at a low point. Like I don't know what to do. And like for whatever reason, bro, he looked at me and like he just gave me some real ass advice. Long story short, we started talking about music, and I was like, make a song, bro. Like, I want to hear you make a song. Like, you sound like a real ass guy, so if you put your heart into a song, I'm sure you can make some shit.
You said that to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he sent me his first ever song, and I was like, yo, I want to help. I want to do whatever, dude. I want to, like, you're going to blow the fuck up, dude. Like, so I was like, I want to be your manager. Like, I ended up making his SoundCloud for him and putting the songs on the SoundCloud.
Damn, so he really didn't want anything to do with it?
Huh?
Like, was he like fucking with it or?
Yeah, bro, he was down. He's like, shit, come help out type shit.
Oh,
So
okay.
I made his SoundCloud for him.
Mhm.
I made the album cover for his EP.
That's dope.
And then, yeah, I was trying to help him out with his social media and stuff, just his art and stuff like that. I was with him like every day. And then I started making beats. I was like, dude, fuck this like manager shit, bro. Like, I want to make beats, dude. Because like I want to hear your shit over one of my beats, like some shit that I made. So that's when I did a bunch of research. I was like, I want to do it the right way. I looked up FL Studio, Ableton, all that shit. And I was like, okay, FL Studio is like, a lot of people use this shit. I'm going to get this one and try it. So I downloaded the trial version and I started making beats, doing that shit. Horrible, bro. Like, I remember hitting people up before I even was making beats. Like, yo, you need beats.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so fascinated by, like, I don't even know, bro. It was
like
crazy.
the whole scene, probably.
Yeah, dude. I was like, this is lit, bro. Like, these people, now I see, like, people are making music like this. Like, now I see what goes into it. And, like, shit, I want to make music, bro. Like, I want to just to give other people that feeling I had when I listen to music. Because, mind you, everything I said I did, bro, growing up, all I did was listen to music. Like, paintball, my coaches would get mad at me because I'd have my AirPods in. I'd hide my AirPods during a tournament, bro. Like,
What type of music were you bumping like in high school? I mean,
dude, everything and anything, bro.
Okay.
Like, dead ass, bro. I used to fuck with a lot of underground shit. I used to listen to Bones. I don't know if I talked to you about Bones or not during school.
I mean probably. I don't
Yeah,
know,
he's
you know.
with Xavier Wolf, Chris
Yeah,
Travis,
that's
Eddie
Bones.
Baker, and them,
You
bro.
got a song with ASAP.
Yeah, Diego Money. I was fucking with
Yeah.
Diego Money for a minute.
That's
Obviously,
big homie.
a lot of mainstream
dude.
artists, you know, like Future, Yak. Like, I never really fucked with the Baby.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. But
What about
dude,
Lil Baby?
Yeah, when he first started coming out with shit, I was fucking with him, but it's just like very repetitive
Yeah, I
now,
feel- I
you know.
feel-
But he will have that one song every now and then, like that shit hard. I mean, obviously they're all hits.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
But,
That is. Yeah, it's
yeah.
repetitive.
Yeah, I'm picky too, but it's weird because I listen to anything and everything, bro. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I like all genres of music. I like listening to other people's favorite songs.
yeah,
and shit.
exactly, bro.
So when you started producing, like who, what producers were you like looking at or like looking
Inspired
for?
by?
Yeah,
Bro,
like,
to be
looking for?
honest, I didn't even really know like any producers like that or like I'd hear their tags. Like to be honest, bro, I was like, okay, Murder Beats, Nick Mira, you know, like shit like that.
Yeah,
and I'm
all
like,
the, yeah.
yeah, bro, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of who I was looking at. But then I just started making beats so much, bro. Like, and I never ever watched tutorials. That's the one thing, bro. Like, I tell everybody, no one believes
Never?
this shit, bro. I the only tutorials I've ever watched was I watched like 2 or 3 melody tutorials. That's it,
Yeah.
and like maybe one like channel rack tutorial, bro. That's it, bro.
That's crazy.
That's it. And like everything I had to learn on my own. There was this one kid actually, bro. I'm into cars as well, so like I was in this car group I started called Street Fiends, and like everyone would go out and mob in the cars and shit.
Mhm.
And there's this one kid in there who had a Beamer, and he made beats, and he saw me making beats in my little home studio setup I had, and was like, "Yo, let me jump on this shit. What the fuck?" And I was like, "You make beats?" That's the first kid I knew in my area that made beats. So I was like, "Dude, let's see, like, jump on that shit." And motherfucker laid down like a whole like, obviously like a Nick Mira type beat, so like very like spacey and shit, nothing like I make now,
It
but
was
like,
tough, though?
dude, it was hard, and I got to see him go ape shit on that shit like so fast. It took him like
Yeah.
10 minutes to make that shit, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, bro?
It's crazy.
After that night, bro, I was in there every day, bro, just trying to make shit. And then, yeah, dude, it really was just grind, bro. Like, dude, I was making so many beats a day, like, so many beats a day, bro.
Just to like throw away.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Like, I send out a fuck ton of beats too, bro. Like, I've got a bunch of shit that's unreleased.
Mm-hmm.
This shit with D is finna drop, so that's finna be like the first like big shit that's dropped. And it's crazy, like my first like for real placement I thought would be with someone, you know, like I've worked with like MBM Ruga. He's from Jacksonville. He's hard as shit, bro.
Mhm.
He needs to put out more music for real. My boy Sir Will over in Arizona, he's big as shit. Right? He's West Coast vibes. He's hard too. Sir Will actually is like the first person to ever buy a beat from me. He paid $250 for an exclusive, and then like 5 days later hit me back and was like, "Yo, I got a project for you. I need you to make some shit for this artist, the real Kyrie and I, cause he's about to jump on this." So the first beat I made took me 10 minutes, bro. I sent it over to bro, and he's like, "You just made that shit?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's the one." And then his manager fucking emailed me and shit, and he bought that one too.
For real.
And I was like, "Dude, that shit was in March." So I've been grinding for I'd say like a year and a half, 2 years.
That's what I was about to say. How long?
Would you have
How
a-
long?
Oh my bad, you go first.
Yeah. how long? How long till like you started feeling like you actually made some progress and like can make a decent beat?
Like, to be honest, bro, I was really grinding for like I'd say probably a year and a half. Before I was like, okay, I feel like this shit hard, bro.
Mhm.
Like, let me sit and listen to my own shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in March is when shit really started to pop for me. That's when I had like a bunch of people sending me their snippets and shit like that.
Okay.
That's when I started to sell more beats, be more consistent with it. And that's when my sound really expanded. Like, I love making anything and everything, bro. Like,
That's
I
fire.
used to want to fuck with Young Nudie. I was trying to work with Young Nudie for a minute, bro.
That
That's,
would've been
that's
fire.
like,
Yeah, that'd be
Young Nudie's hard. So I was talking with his management and his label as well, PDE. And I was sending them beats for a minute. And I had made a beat, put it on my Instagram, and I sent it to this studio. NIS. And the guy was like, "You know how to make a reggae beat?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I know how to make a reggae beat, dude." Like, shit. And I never made a reggae
Yeah,
beat in my life,
That's
bro.
funny. as hell.
So he was like, "Bet, I need you to pull up and make me a reggae beat." And I was like, "Oh shit, like fuck." So on the way there, I'm listening to reggae and all this shit, like
Okay.
vibing, you know?
Trying to
Yeah,
get
dude, trying to get some shit. So I get in there, bro, and I made like a reggae beat with like a little bit of trap, but not too much trap to where it ruins the whole vibe of the reggae. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he fucked with it. And then, long story short, shit, I was just working in there for a minute, bruh, just pumping shit out in there. there was a little event going on I didn't know about, and he told me, yo, I need you to come make some beats today, bro. So I went out there, and I was making beats for like an hour in the little studio. I was in Studio C. There's 3 studios in that complex, A, B, and C, and I was in C. And then like he knocks on the door, he opens the door, he's like, let me show you this shit. Like, so I walk out and there's like a fuck ton of people there, bro. It sounds like a cafeteria and shit, bro. Like everyone's talking and shit.
But it was a room?
Yeah, it's an underground like weed event going on and shit.
Oh, okay.
So everyone walking by, he leaves the door open now. So I told him, I'm like, look, bro, I came to work, bro. Like, fuck with this shit. Like, hell yeah, I'm trying to make beats though. So I went to the room and I'm making beats, and then everyone's walking by, bro. Like, you make beats? Like, this is a studio. Some people didn't even know it was a studio, bro. And so they're like, you make beats and shit. And I'm in there. And one guy ended up buying a beat. And I remember, I'll never forget. Yeah, dude, I'll never forget telling this guy this shit, bro. He was like, yo, how much for this beat, bro? I told him $30, and I was like, you get full rights to it. And then the studio owner was like, hell no. Like, no, you're not doing like all that shit. Like, that's illegal, like, and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, that would have been the first beat I ever sold. Like, I was just trying, $30 for a beat, dude. That was like 10 bands for an exclusive, bro. I'm sitting there tripping. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll make some money from making a beat, bro.
$30.
Yeah, bro. But he cashed at me $30. He did,
that's what I
bro.
was saying.
Yeah, that's probably what he did.
Yeah, he cashed at me $30. He never used it though.
True.
I think it's some random guy that came in there, but yeah, bro, that gave me a lot of motivation too. But yeah, that studio I was in there working, and I had my birthday in there. I brought some of my people in there. We were all just making shit, bro. And that's when like that birthday in there, when I was in there, that's when I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I want to pursue, bro. Like, I'm not gonna back down or take my foot off the pedal doing this shit. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I wanna bring up everyone with me and shit. So, like, I don't know. But long story short, the owner of that studio, I hit him up.
Oh no, not Dave.
New Industries.
Yeah.
I ended up hitting him up, and I was like, yo, I'm finna come back and work, because I didn't go there for like 4 days. I've been going there for like every day in a row. But bro, I can't just go in there every day without him saying, yo, like, you can come in. I don't want to overdo my shit, because there was never nothing said like, yo, you can come in and work whenever you want type shit. There was nothing like that. So since he was giving me free time, I didn't want to overdo it, bro, and I felt bad. So it was like 4 days went by, and school just started up too. And then, bro, I hit him up, and I'm like, yo, I want to come work, dude. Like, sun up to sundown, I'm going to be in there. And he's like, room rates are the same. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, damn, I sent him a question. I gave bro a Louis Vuitton belt and shit too, bro. Like, that was my dog. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And
why? Do you know why he just did that shit?
my assumption is, as soon as I left, Golden Boy Count Up started working in there, and that's when Golden started to pop.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I think he saw Golden's success over mine, I guess. But I don't know, bro, because he told me like, you ran off and shit like that. So I'm like, dude, I had school, bro. I was literally 17 years old, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't run from school, at least high school.
Yeah, dude, for real. Yeah. And that's when I was like, you know what? That's when my grades started going to shit. And well, they've always been shit, to be honest with you, bro. Like, but that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that little program thing and get my 18 credit diploma so I can graduate early. I ended up doing all my shit finishing in March. So I was out of that bitch in March. And then
early.
Yeah, 2 months early. And I want to do that, and I sat down with myself, bro, and really thought, like, dude, I can't go to UCF or no, like, college or nothing like that because of the 18 credit diploma. It takes away all my elective credits. And I was like, so I'm going to say, fuck it, I'm going to do this shit, bro, get out early, and then just go fucking full throttle on this shit and, like, try and do this shit, bro. But every single day in there, bro, it was copy and paste on Brainly all day, every day. So I wasn't using my brain. Yeah. So I'm literally like this.
That's how I graduated.
Copy, paste, dude, and then I'm on here on Instagram networking, bro. Yeah. Just literally on my phone.
That's what I did.
Yeah, bro. Like, dude, I was hitting up anybody and everybody. I watched a lot of interviews and shit, and they were talking about how, like, you can't, it's very hard to hit up an artist like, bro, D Watkins and shit. I've tried to hit up D Watkins before and be like, yo, bro, I got some beats for you, what's your email? You know, they're not gonna respond.
Let's start. How did you link up with D Watkins?
So I ended up texting his engineer, Harper. Shout out Harper. So we ended up building a little relationship over time, just texting, you know, on Instagram, just dumb shit, like swiping up on each other's stories and shit. Like, I sent him a video and I'm graduating and shit like that. And so he's like, yo, send me some beats and shit. I'm like, bet. So I'm pushing out beats to Harper, and Harper's playing them for me at the studio when he's in there with D. And I remember there was one night I sent him a pack, and that's the Fresh Off a Lick beat.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent him a pack, and then he sent me the snippet that D posted on his story like an hour later after I sent the beat.
Damn.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, that shit was crazy.
Hey, how do you
That's
feel
a
in that
real one.
moment?
Bro, I was really hyped, to be honest, bro. Like, it's just like a lot of hard work pay off for real, like in that moment. Even though it's just
Yeah,
a
D Watkins is a
snippet,
pretty big
Yeah.
artist. Like everybody
Yeah.
knows.
yeah,
couple
that's
songs
the
of
thing,
his,
bro.
yeah.
Like, so that
Especially
guy
being from Florida,
Jackson,
too.
Yeah.
that guy Jackson I was talking about, we'd always sit there and talk like, bro, I want to work with D. That's like one of my artists I want to work with because I listened to him before I was producing. So that was someone I wanted to work with, and like that's a goal I saw was achievable, and I knew it was if I really worked for it, and like I had to pump out beats.
That's
dude,
how you
and
start,
network,
bro. Start
Exactly.
with like lower goals, like that you really
Exactly.
can achieve, and then just.
I didn't even think I would achieve this shit so
It's
quick
fire
too. To
that-
be honest,
yeah.
bro, like this shit came out of nowhere, bro, and like, yeah, it's lit, bro. Harper calls me when they're in the studio. He'll ask for beats and shit. So, dude, I make so many beats a week, bro, like for real, and I don't really send out that many to. I have an email list. And I don't really pump out that many to certain emails because I don't have no relation with them. I got their email, but like I don't have no relation with them, you know. So like it's a little different. But I've been really trying to work on my Florida sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been trying to make like Boston Richie type beats, stuff like that. And then obviously I feel like D Watkins, his beats they're so unique, bruh. They really are so unique because they're a certain type of melody, almost like a young boy melody, and then Florida drums on it, bro.
Yeah.
So like you play that shit, people are gonna be like, yeah, young boy would slap on this, but like the drums, the perks that you put, the like tropical perks and shit, and the little sounds you put, the one shots in the melody and shit, that's gonna make a big difference on it for real,
Okay.
and add that like Florida sound to it. But yeah, I don't know, that shit was crazy, bro. I was so hyped as soon as I seen that snippet. I'm sitting there listening to that shit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, bro?
Do the like, cause he's obviously signed, right?
Yeah, he's with Alamo.
Do the labels like tell you when it's gonna drop or anything like that?
So
Also, like royalties and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah. So it's crazy you say that because I've been going with this shit like 2 days ago and shit, or yesterday actually. Harper hit me up and he said labels finna hit you up to clear beat. So D's manager hit me up, and they asked how much for exclusive. La la la. We talked a little bit, and then they just sent me the contract today for it. So that's where it says everything, the advance, the split, and
I
all
got
that,
you.
publishing points, everything like that.
That's
So
What's up?
yeah, it's
Oh,
all gonna
yeah.
be split even between me, co-producer, the loop maker. That's my boy Henny in Ireland, motherfucker in Ireland, bro.
So there's a lot of heads in.
How'd you meet
Oh yeah,
that, Henny?
Henny, yeah, bro. So on Instagram, when I first started making beats, I didn't fuck with making loops. I make my own loops now, like for Florida beats and shit, cause just piano sounds, like bouncy piano sounds, you know, and then like simple one shots, simple other sounds I'll add it to make it that like Florida sound, you know what I'm saying? Like but I hit up Henny, I'm like, yo, send me loops. Cause I seen on like my explore page or some shit, he posted like his loop kit or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, send me some shit. And bro makes drill beats for like UK. He got one song out with like, it got like 4 million streams on YouTube in like the first 2 months,
That's
but he didn't even
crazy.
get credit for it. It's his
Damn.
loop.
Damn, that's tough.
Damn.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
bruh. For
He-
real.
He ain't talked to nobody about that yet.
Nah, bruh. Nah,
Wait.
bruh.
That's, yo, he need
Nah,
to.
bruh.
You need to
need
get
to.
on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, wait,
yeah,
he
you
need
need
to,
to get
bruh.
on that.
Mhm.
Well, I'll be on that, bro.
Yeah.
2.2 mil that's nothing to
Yeah.
joke with.
4.2 mil,
Oh,
bro.
4.
I'm
I
pretty
misheard.
sure.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hey,
Millions.
let me see this shit, bro, because it's kind of recent he sent it to me, because,
He mainly does loops.
yeah, he does drums too, but his loops, bro, are crazy.
what
Like,
do you do? Like, do you do just loops, or do you do everything? Like, do you do?
I do, so it depends, bro. Like, if I'm trying to make shit, like, quick, and people send me loops, if they're people I fuck with, like Henny, Tape Kid, just producers that send me loops, like Skolo, shit like that, I'm gonna use their loops, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I do be making my loops. It all depends on who I'm sending it
So
out
they
to.
just
and, like, what I'm
how you feeling
doing
and shit,
and where
yeah.
I'm at too, because like if I pull up to the studio and I'm in there for only like 2 hours, I don't want to sit there and make loops for 1 hour and then
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you
Yeah,
know what
wanna
I'm
have some
saying?
loops in them, yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
Do you ever be sampling? Are you?
nah, dude, I've never sampled, bro, because there's too much shit that goes into that. Number one, and number two, like clearance,
But yeah,
getting that shit cleared and all
Getting
that, bro.
permission
I'm
from
not about to go through all that bullshit.
lose all the money you could have made because the
Yeah,
sample
bro.
doesn't
Yeah,
get cleared.
exactly. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, bro, this shit. 1 month ago, 4.3 million views, and mind
Fuck.
you, 1 month ago was, let's see, June. So, when is that? May. Like beats like this, bro.
Oh, this is smooth.
Yeah. That's his loop, Henny's loop.
This is smooth.
Yeah. But yeah, he be sending me shit. With flutes. I love making beats with like flutes, bro.
That'd be hard.
Those are hard, but bro, I don't be sending that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, my main focus right now, I want to produce for everyone out of Florida, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work with everyone from Florida, work my way up out the city.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Hell yeah, like conquer the state and then move
exactly,
out.
bro. Exactly, bro. I want to be a Florida
That's
super producer, bro. Like, I really want to do that
Yeah,
shit.
it's dope as
Hell
hell.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
Yeah.
that's a fire ass goal.
yeah,
Most definitely.
yeah,
That's dope that you're willing to put the work in too, bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
work,
like just
like,
make
yeah.
beats in and
You
out.
feel me? And,
Like,
Mhm.
work through like the different genres.
Yeah,
and the different,
bro.
Like grades
It's my
of,
mood,
like,
too.
Florida and shit.
Like, whatever I'm feeling, bro. If I'm depressed or like, shit, I'll be making some heartbreak shit. I'll be making some R&B shit.
Yeah, that's
Um,
dope.
But yeah, dude, I really be making anything, bro. Like, I remember sending beats to Diego Money. I was hitting him up. We were talking in the DMs for a minute. Now, this was also kind of when I was kind of new to this shit. So, I don't even know if I mixed my beats then or not,
I
bro.
was gonna ask you about like if you
Yeah.
mix and master. all
Yeah,
your
I
own
do.
beats.
Yeah, all my beats are mixed and mastered by me. Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I didn't even mix and master my beats back then. I don't think, and I was trying to pump out beats to Diego Money. But dude, the Diego Money beats, like that was the one artist I was like, okay, that really set me on to like I can make anything I want to make. Cause going into it, I was like, I can't make a Diego Money type beat. This
Oh,
shit's
true.
so hard, like a plug beat, bro.
Yeah.
It was difficult, yeah, bro. So I sat there and I ended up making like a few, and I really fucked with them. And I showed my family and all my people that shit, and like.
really?
Yeah, some of them, they're like, that's still their favorite beat. It's called Beams, and then
Okay.
one's called
Yeah.
Clutch. And those two are like my Diego Money type beats, and they fuck with those still to this day, bro. But like, yeah, I don't know, bro. Shit crazy, bro. I be making anything. It's all on the mood, too.
Yeah.
You feel me? It
How you
really
feel?
is. It really is all on the mood.
Do you like, I mean, I ain't really trying to, fuck it, I'll just say this shit. But like, not, it's because like I didn't want to bring back like the shit about the seizures and the medication.
Oh,
but,
no, you
like,
good. Dude,
like,
that shit doesn't affect me, bro. That's what
I'm
saying.
just trying to say, like, you said that sometimes you feel depressed off that shit.
Yeah, see, but I don't
Does
know.
it still affect you like that?
I don't know, to be honest, bro. Because like I talk to other people about that shit, and they say they be feeling drowsy.
Hey, let me go.
They be feeling drowsy off the medicine, which is true, bro. Like, I ever since I started taking the medicine when I was like 12, I wake up, I would never be like, yawn and stretch and sit up and be like, shit, bro, I'm gonna get dressed to get ready for the day. You know, I was always drowsy. But to be honest, bro, I feel like depression, it just lowers the mood, dude. Like that medicine, bro, for real. Like, and it's
It
not.
makes you like dull.
Yeah, it's not like a Xan or something when you pop it and then you like know when that shit hits. But like, dude, over the course of taking that shit for so long and just like, I don't know, bro. If you're on the same medication for that long, dude, like the fuck, dude.
Bro, people take medications for years, like 20 years. Like,
Mhm.
my mom's been on medication for like 7-8 years.
Yeah, bro.
So, you spoke about how you definitely were in the studio like just a fuck ton to try to
Yeah.
get your craft as good
Yeah.
as possible. What was like over that year and a half? What would you say like your starting like month? How many beats did you make like per week? And then compare that to like a year and a half later, when you're really trying to grind out a week's worth. How many do you make?
To be honest, bro, when I was doing this shit, like when I first started, like you're saying, when I was in the studio trying to pump that shit out, like, man, I'd make like 3 or 4, like for real, bro, maybe like 6 tops a week. And I'd be like, just because I was like, damn, I'm in the studio, I'm making beats, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about work ethic yet. I didn't have no discipline. I was still so like, damn, this is what I want to do. Like, I didn't get past that like mentality, like that. I don't even know. I wouldn't say starstruck, but just
But
like
all right, it's time to work.
it's time to fucking do this
Yeah.
shit and stop being so like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
done
you.
talking, bro. Like, Now I'll probably make like 50 beats a week, bro. Dead ass,
Yeah.
bro. Cause I'll be pulling all-nighters like at least 2 times a week, just in my room making beats, bro. Like, shit be crazy, dude. It takes me like 10 minutes to make one beat, for real, dude. And then like if I have my own loop and shit like that, it's like 15 to 20 minutes, cause I mix the loop as well separately and shit like that. So, yeah, but
You got it down to a science now.
yeah, dude, it's like I'm in the lab for real, dude.
Hell
Yeah, bro.
That's lit that you didn't watch any tutorials too. Because
Yeah,
I feel
dude.
like your sound is more like natural, and you're not
Yeah.
like stuck in a
more
box when you learn
Yeah.
just from other people telling you what to do.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, bro, like
True.
I don't have no musical background. I don't fucking know how to play the piano. I don't know how to play the guitar, do none of that shit, bro. I just got so comfortable with the software. Cause like I said about streaming on Twitch, OBS, like I was on laptops and shit, doing fishing and shit. I would do YouTube videos and shit. So I used to vlog and edit all that shit. I was on computer software and all that shit, bro. So like I got more comfortable with the software, clicking in the keys and shit like that, and then adjusting them, making it sound more natural and stuff like that. Now, obviously, it's my fault because, dude, playing the keys and getting to know instruments, that's like a must, bro. Like, I really need to do that shit for real. But, like, I don't know, bro. It just is like, I mean, shit, it's working.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like, I'ma just keep
it's
sitting on the FL, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
I'm not
Like,
finna go play a piano, bro. I don't know. Like, dude, to be real, bro, like, I'm an honest man, bro. Like,
That's a good thing.
I don't know, like, nothing
When the
about
time comes,
music
the
theory.
notes.
Comes.
Yeah, dude.
I was
about to
gonna
say,
ask
when
you-
the time comes, it comes. Like I feel like the older you get, and the more appreciation for the art and like the
That's
love of
where-
the music.
Yeah,
you
it's
would
like-
sit
yeah,
down,
most def.
and then you would want to like
Because
learn
it starts
out.
from nothing,
Yeah.
like literally just
Exact-
like.
you feel me?
I mean,
Yeah.
not that the loops don't, but you know.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
then you're gonna want to start making like even more crazier beats.
Yeah,
You realize
dude.
that there's stuff in FL Studios that you couldn't.
yeah,
be able
do
to-
with a piano with
Yeah,
your
Yeah,
you
fingers.
feel me
dude.
exactly.
But-
Like, it's just
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be, I
facts.
feel like it's just gonna take time and growth and stuff.
For
Yeah,
sure.
dude.
Yeah,
Trial and error, bro.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you
Trial
feel
and
me?
error, bro.
Yeah, like throwing the ball at the.
Yeah,
wall or
dude,
whatever
for
they say.
real.
So do you use any of those like techniques for like making sure you stay in key on FL, or is it all by ear?
To be honest, everything for me has always all been by ear. Like my parents talk about that shit too. They say I really got the ear for it. Like
Just from listening to music, you think so much from a
yeah,
young
dude.
age.
Yeah, bro. Cause I always listen to music, bro. Like, dude, any job I'm at, I got at least my right AirPod in. Like, dead ass, dude. If I'm not listening to music, bro, then like I'm either sleeping or I'm making music.
Yeah.
Like that's how it's been my whole life. And that's before I even was like, I want to do music too. It's just like,
Yeah, like growing up. Same.
yeah, I just fucking loved music, bro. Like I would write down lyrics to songs. I knew I was never gonna be a rapper, bro, but I would just write down lyrics and like read them and be like, dang, so like this is what he means by this shit, and like really feeling the song, and like I don't know, bro. Music just it brings out my emotion. I'm an emotional ass person, bro. So when I'm making beats or when I'm hearing music, bro, that shit hits.
Yeah.
That shit hits, bro, for real.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
big, dude, because, like, music for me changes my mood like this. You know, it really is like a drug, bro. It really is, bro.
It messes with like the waves.
Yeah,
in your
dude,
brain.
for real.
And it's true. Like I'm pretty sure like different songs, different like I think they say like hertz, but that shit like
Yeah,
messes
dude.
with your
Emotions.
moods.
Yeah, bro. For real. Yeah.
So
And-
who? Oh my bad.
Go ahead.
No,
I
go
was
ahead.
about to say who's some like. So since you like took one of the artists like off of your list that you wanted to work with, who's like your next goal after that? Like,
Fire
who's
question.
Another, you feel me? Like who's another artist now? Like, you got one off your list.
Bro,
now,
you
like,
right, bro.
You feel me? Like, that's crazy. Like
Dude, the thing is, and I feel like this is probably definitely a problem for me in the future. I look at it as like, what was I thinking, bro? But like, dude, I've been so lasered in on D. Like, dude, I want to get a
know,
song in
you've
with
been talking
him.
about him
I
for
need
so
you to get
long,
over one of my
and now
beats.
you got it. So that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
dude.
You feel me?
So
That's
like now
crazy.
it's like, shit, bro, because like I had worked so hard to build a connection and a relation over time, and like now it's like, shit, gotta see who's next, bro, for real. Like,
You think you're gonna
It's-
want to work on that relationship more than with D?
absolutely, I'm gonna keep pushing beats out to them, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
tap
pushing
in
beats
again.
out to them,
Yeah.
most def, bro. Most def. But like I said, bro, I'm trying to be working with everybody from Florida. I got this one guy in Jax, bro. His name's MBM Ruga. And he's so hard, bro. Like, he's so natural at this shit. you can tell if you guys listen to one of his shit, y'all gotta listen to this shit later, bro.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Dude, if you listen to one of his shit, you think he's already blown up out of Florida. Like, he's Florida rapper as fuck, bro. Like, his flow, everything about it's crazy. He went on one of my beats as well.
That he got up.
He didn't. Nah, nothing's.
Okay.
I don't have nothing out that's released yet.
Okay.
Nothing is released yet. But this D shit is finna
It-
drop
on the way,
pretty
yeah.
soon.
I got you.
Yeah, pretty soon.
That's fire.
So yeah,
Legit just showed me the contract in the car.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Dude.
yeah, dude, it's finna be lit, bro. And it's just so crazy to me. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I try to tell everybody, like, dude, just do that shit, bro. Like, because my parents hated this shit. They hate music, bro.
Mhm.
They don't like that shit at all. They wouldn't let me go to the studio for a minute. They wouldn't let me go meet people or make connections, go out, clubs, none of that shit. And I wouldn't even be going to the clubs to
Fuck around.
fuck around or
you
do none of that
just going out there
bullshit,
trying to show
bro.
face, trying to meet
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to go in there and meet fucking mellow events and fucking go in there and meet the artists that are coming in for the 100K showcase.
That's crazy.
know what
'cause
I'm
most people,
saying?
yeah, most people just go in there to get fucked up.
Yeah, and go
that-
enjoy
that's
it and
smart, bro.
shit, bro. I be in there with my business cards and shit, bro.
That's
Like,
what's up.
yeah, dude, for real. But yeah, I don't know. I'ma just keep networking, bro. Keep networking. I need this guy Ruga. He went over one of my beats. I need this shit. He needs to drop, bro.
Mhm.
He needs to really work on music. But he's focusing on life responsibilities. You know,
Yeah.
like he's got his own business. You know, lawn. You know, taking care of lawns and shit like
I got you.
that. So
Yeah, I mean, there's bread in that.
yeah, hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Especially in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
dude.
especially
He
in Florida.
inspired me too. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna start cleaning gutters. So I was cleaning gutters too, bro.
Yeah, pressure
Making money
washing's
cleaning
another good
gutters.
one.
That's what he does.
Yeah,
He had a
pressure
company called
washing is a
Jits
good
Pressure
one.
Washing.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
It's lit.
It's a hustle.
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, it
Owning your
is
own
for
business
real,
is
man.
definitely where the bread's at.
Yeah,
Exactly.
most def.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you work at a studio at all, or have you?
Nah, it's never ever been like official. Only place I've ever been to, like I got to go in and not have to spend fucking $60 an hour just to make beats, bro, was NIS, New Industries. And then after New Industries, I was working at 1000 Studios in Goldenrod. My boy Teo, Zay Number 6, Tazy, all them over there. That shit was lit. It was in an apartment complex, bro, and it was a fucking trap studio, bro. Like, dude, the first time I went there, I was so like, yo, dude, I ain't never been in this environment. What? Like, dude, we in this bitch, like, for real, bro. And then I'm making my beats, and they were vibing to that shit. So we all started having basic conversations and shit. And then I was going there every week. And Teo was running me 15 an hour to go in there.
That's what's up.
So I was like, this shit lit, bro. I was in there every single day making beats, bro. They closed down. They just moved to Melbourne. I just went over there recently, like last week, 2 weeks ago, for the first time to check out that new spot. It's in like a warehouse. So it's like a warehouse vibe. There's a main studio in the warehouse, and then in the side, like office room, is like the like main studio, you feel me?
Okay.
And dude, it's a lit vibe. And they made me sign the wall and shit too, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's lit as hell.
It's lit. But I've been to Glow Street in Myrtle Beach. That studio is pretty cool. Lil Baby's recorded in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's it. To be honest, it's really been out of my room, bro. Like, I had this white pop-up desk. I used to write graffiti as well. I was really big into writing graffiti. I used to link up with other graffiti artists. Crunk, shout out SAP, MFB. I used to go, yeah, dude, I used to go write with a bunch of graffiti people. So my whole desk is like graffitied up and shit. It's like some plastic pop-up table, my laptop. I got these speakers. I think the brand's called like Alltech Lansing or some bullshit, dude. And they're dog shit, bro. And that's another thing I had to learn, because like all my 808s were out of key in that. They were always out of key. I go to a studio and plug up and I hear my 808s and be like, this shit don't sound like what it just sounded like at my crib.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, bro. I be using headphones sometimes at my crib as well, but like,
Mainly the speakers.
yeah, dude, I had to get used to getting them go ahead.
Wait, I know your family didn't really fuck with you, like getting into music or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
How do they feel about you, you know,
Blasting
making
music.
beats? Like,
So this is crazy you asked this, bruh. They hate, like I said, they hated music. They didn't fuck with that shit. Every time I talked to my pops about that shit, he would just give me that look like,
it's not it.
yeah, dude. Every time I get tattoos, because I never had no tattoos, bro. I went from being, you know, fishing and shit to having tats on my hands and shit out of nowhere, you know? So
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on? This kid's gonna die, bruh, type shit.
They're-
Like,
yeah, they're scared.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, once my dad seen D like shooting the video and shit, he's like,
He's like, oh my.
Yeah, he's like, yo, this shit's insane. So he has his own business. He's got an office, and there's one room in the office that no one uses, and it's literally like same size as this.
True.
And he's like, sit down. He's like, let's have a talk. This is like 3 days ago, bro, 4 days ago.
Word.
And he's like, what do you need for a studio? Like, I wanna open up a studio in this little office space that I have, and so like you can really be in there working, cause bro, 9 to 5 in that bitch, the employees. All right, and then I work 9 to 5 as well, so then I'm gonna be in that bitch every single night, bro, making beats.
Oh, that's perfect.
No one's
'cause-
finna be
yeah,
there,
yeah,
bro.
Exactly.
So I'm like, damn, bro. So yeah, bro, my dad now he's really supporting. Like, he just bought me monitors, bro, studio monitors. He got me Yamaha HS8s, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. And I was like, that's when I was like, dang, bro. I just
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's coming around.
Yeah.
It's nice to
I had to
feel,
tell him though. I was like, look, you gotta understand this too, though. Like, the negativity that you gave me, I learned how to use that shit as motivation. So like, I appreciate you for being so strict and like almost not seeing it, you know, because like no one's gonna see the vision that you have. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's,
So,
that's fire.
but I appreciate him for trying to at least keep it real and be strict with me, because I learned how to use that shit as motivation. And I feel like if my pops wouldn't have been so hard on me about shit, then this shit probably would have never even happened either, because I'd be sitting in my room like, you know what, dude, I'm going to do this shit. I'm trying to prove everybody, bro, wrong.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I as
you
bad
feel
as
me?
you know you that might sound like that's like good motivation, bro. It's like, you know, especially when you know the people who are raising you is like, nah, man.
yeah, because they support me on everything else, bro. Like, they would drive me everywhere when I didn't have my car to go to the skate park and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then like once I did music, and like, dude, when I found music, this was it. You know what I'm saying? And I said that about every other hobby, bro, that I did. Once I found music, I was like, this is it, bro. Like, dead ass. And so when I knew deep down in my heart and my gut, like, this is what I'm gonna do, this is my career, I'm gonna pursue this until this shit happens, like, then I hear from my parents like, you making beats?
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing, bro? Like, you gotta go get a trade, bro. You gotta be
Yeah.
a welder, or
That's
yeah,
always the
dude,
go-to.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Trade,
bro,
man.
like some
Always the
shit.
go-to,
I'm like,
man.
dude, I for so long, bro, like, I was,
Or drive trucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, what
dude.
the heck?
I didn't have a job for a minute, bro, and that's when I
I
was
was
like,
gonna ask. So you're like 14, 15 when you got into it, right? And they were probably saying all this.
in music?
Yeah.
Nah,
Nah,
bro,
you-
nah.
nah, a
I
little
was
older.
let's see, I was probably 17. I was probably 17, and they didn't fuck. They're very strict though. You feel me? Like, and I respect that,
Yeah,
bro.
for
Every
sure.
parent is different. You feel me? I'm just glad that, you know, I have my parents. You know, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful they have the relationship they do. You know, they're still together. So, you know, I can't complain about nothing. You know, they're raising me how they're
That-
raising me. So,
I know, that's like important too.
yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? But so you're moving out, not like moving out, but like like you're gonna get the studio out of the
Yeah,
soon?
bro. Yeah, we're finna set the studio up. The monitors are finna come like this week or next week, and then I had to order the cables for them, the XLR to TSR cables, and then yeah, I'm gonna set that shit up, dude. I'm so hyped to hear them bitches, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna sound insane,
Those are
dude.
some fat
Dude, once you get the
speakers,
studio
right?
set up, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, dude. Them
Like-
HS8 speakers, bro, are insane. NIS, I think he had HS7s. I think he had HS7s, and those were my favorite. I don't like the JBL I don't like the JBL monitors, but like, I don't know, them Yamaha ones, bro, they're
The
crisp,
yellow
bro.
one, the yellow and the black ones. Or
Oh, the white ones, bro.
ones?
The white ones, dude. Yeah, them bitches, they're hard, bro. They're hard, bro.
And what other artists like have you had other people hop on your beats? And is that usually like over the internet, or have you had like studio sessions in person?
So when I first started, my first like time ever was a studio session person with this R&B artist, and that's the guy that introduced me to NIS. He doesn't really do music like that anymore. His name was Jay Chris, but he's kind of like an R&B artist, and he was working on an album. He was fucking pumping songs for this album, bro, but I don't think he ever dropped the album or not. But yeah, bro. I mean, most of the time it's just over the internet. For real, like as of right now. And I've been trying to go out and get my name out there and go connect and like meet with people. I want to go to the studio and have a studio session and shit like that. Like but I don't know, bro. Like, I got invited to go to this studio in Lakeland with this producer, and he works with Kodak. And I showed my mom, I was like, yeah, I'm finna go to this shit. This producer works with Kodak. Kodak Black.
Mhm.
And my mom and dad were like, Kodak Black? Who the fuck is that? And so, bro,
The
dude, they
fucking
go on
biggest
Google.
Florida
Yeah,
artist
they
in
go
the
on, they
world.
go on Google.
Like, nope.
They gonna see his ass like.
Yeah.
Bad
They see
mug
him
shots,
with
bad
his-
everything.
Yeah,
Like,
with his
yeah,
mugshots and his
nah.
That shit
gun and
fire.
his dreads and shit. And they're like, fuck no, you're not going there. They're like, we don't
Nah.
want to put you in that environment, bro. And I'm like, dude, I was pissed.
They're like looking out for your safety, even though
Exactly,
you know it's just.
bro. But everything happens for a reason, bro. Shit, that's
Yeah.
how I look at it, bro. One time I was going to a studio, I had a session deep, bro. Like I was with all my people, bro, deep, my friends. We were going there. I'm leaving the mall. I just cashed out, bought like expensive ass jeans from Legend. Shout out Legend.
Okay.
It's a store in Sanford.
Balling.
And I go in there, I buy these jeans, bro, and then we leave, and I get in a car accident, bro.
Damn.
And I'm like, fuck, dude. We were on the way to the studio, bro. Everyone was lit, bro. We were all hyped
Yeah,
to go
good
in that
vibes.
bitch, dude. And then I'm looking this way, and the next thing you know, I go like this, and boom, airbag in my face. And then I'm like,
You're a passenger, obviously.
yeah. No, I was driving.
Oh,
The
word.
passenger was my boy Dougie, bro.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so we were in that bitch, dude. And then we crashed, bro. And at first I was like, the airbag deployed, but I'm like, oh shit, maybe my car's good. Like maybe it's not that bad, like for real, dude. And then I look at Dougie, and he was like,
Was that the Z-Fit?
that was a 370, bro.
oh.
The white, that was the all white one. That's the one I got now. Now the front end's purple.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shout out Dougie though. He a crazy ass videographer.
Yeah, bro. Doja P, bro. But yeah, so yeah, he looked at me, bro, and I looked at him, and the next thing you know, my radiator fucking exploded, so the smoke started to come through the air vents in the cabin, and we looked at each other, bro, this is some shit from Call of Duty, bro. We gotta get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
of
here.
course.
Dougie was trying to open the door, that shit was locked, bro, so he
my
had to kick
God.
that bitch open, and I run out that bitch, dude, and my boy Marco, bro, he's right behind me in his car, and he's just looking at me like this. And as soon as I got out of my car, we both made that face at you like, dude, fuck. I turn, I look at my shit, it's just
Yeah, just done.
smushed, bro. And then I run to the lady. She's in this big ass minivan. Of course, her bumper is just like a little bump, dude.
Yeah. How fast do you think we're going?
We were going 40 miles an hour, bro.
Damn. Okay.
And they were stopped too, bro, because everyone slammed on brakes at a red light,
Oh,
and I wasn't
okay.
looking. I glanced
Yeah.
like this, and then,
And then
when
it
I
was
looked
just-
back at Dougie, bro, and then boom, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
dog. But yeah, everything happens for a reason, bro. That's that day on the way home. I was like, shit, I wasn't meant to go to the studio that day. Like, I don't know, bro. Shit was crazy. And then that studio ended up getting shut down, bro. That shit was, honestly, bro, Teo and them, bro, they're crazy for putting that shit in the apartment complex. They got neighbors underneath them right next, and they got fucking like 4 different monitors
Yeah.
setups with the speakers and shit. I'm like, dude, they're
Wow.
bumping that shit
How
like
you even
5
getting
a.m.
away with this?
Yeah, dude. For real,
Damn.
bro. For real.
I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask you in your interview, but kind of both of y'all. Like, how important is it to tap in with like bigger cities and like venture out, like for your career? Like, you know,
Yeah.
going to like LA or ATL.
Yeah.
Like, is it
Yeah,
necessary?
you gotta ask him, because that's the
Yeah,
boy that be
Yeah,
traveling.
he's getting new. He probably travels more in Florida for my bad. He probably
Nah, you
travels
good.
more in Florida for right now. But like
Mm-hmm.
for me, like at least on the rapping side, it is like you gotta
You gotta.
like you feel me. You can't like especially like where we're from. There's no like real culture.
Yeah.
There's no, like,
It's not.
yeah,
It's not
you-
as tapped in.
Yeah,
I
you
know
feel
what you
me?
mean.
It's not as tapped in. So it's
Yeah.
like I can only get so far being here. So like
For sure.
going to LA, like most time when I go to LA, it's legit to work. Like I'm recording, like
Yeah.
linking up with
Networking,
you feel
yeah.
me? Linking up with videographers, like always like showing face, like going to shows, like
That's important.
like yeah, you feel me? Like
Showing
just
face,
making
bro.
sure that you're there around like certain people and like showing that like yo, like I'm a part, like you feel me? Like
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah,
like, you
exactly.
feel me?
Showing
Like,
face.
yeah,
like that's,
exactly.
yeah. Some
Exactly.
people, you know, don't like to do that shit either. But
Yeah,
that's
you got
that's
to.
what I'm
you
like,
can do
dude. That's a
that- you can
problem.
do that shit, but like it's
Yeah.
just harder sometimes. A lot of people who do that shit though, like a lot of people don't realize a lot of the artists that they feel like, oh yeah, they're like independent and they're just blown up out of nowhere. Like a lot of them have like labels behind them,
Oh, word.
pushing,
Yeah.
and that's why like it's like they can just be chilling in the crib and shit. They got like
Oh yeah, yeah.
Others
Instead of
connects,
like
yeah.
going out and showing face and like trying to
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
Being in
climb
the
the ladder.
studio is important, like with an artist. Like that's how you build that connect. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to work my way up there. Like I'm trying to get in the studio with D and Harper.
Yeah.
You know, because I know if I do, bro, and I'm in there making beats with them, and I'm in there playing beats, like You feel me? I don't know. It'll be a different vibe. Cause, bro, over the internet, that social media shit, I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
hate that. Like,
TikTok
You're
and
not
none of that
actually
shit,
connected.
yeah, exactly.
Bro.
I
Yeah,
can't,
you're not
like,
actually connected, bro.
I can't make like no real connect. Like,
Exactly.
I'm not me. Like, and I don't know
Exactly.
how to talk that lingo. I don't know how to do. Like, you feel me? I
Yeah,
don't know how to do none of
exactly.
that. Like,
You
I don't know
funny.
how to talk none of that.
That lingo's
internet.
important
yeah,
too,
The lingo's
bro.
crazy. Like, you feel me? Especially when it comes to internet. Like,
And these artists and
oh,
shit,
I'm
bro,
not doing
lingo,
none of that.
like
they gotta meet me in person and feel my energy.
Yeah.
And they're
I
gonna
mean, that's
know.
the realest way to like go, bro.
Yeah,
It's just like
100%,
you know,
100%.
the world's going in a different.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
You gotta watch what you say too. Like these artists be knowing like right off the bat. Like when I first started this shit, bro, I'll never forget this shit, bro. I had Lil Zay Osama in my DMs. That was the first like big artist I had in my shit. I'm like, dude. So I'm like, yo, I'm finna send you beats. You have all this shit for free, bro. Like you have these beats for free and shit. And
Yeah.
then bro left me on scene.
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with me, bro? You know what I'm saying? But like that was when I first started, bro.
Yeah.
And like I just wanted to get a beat out there.
You want to get
I just wanted to make music, bro. I didn't give a fuck about the money, bro. You feel me? I just wanted to make music and shit, but like you got to keep everything simple. Like bet, all right, bet. Like yeah, I'm gonna send some through. Like super simple. Yo, G, what's your email? I got a pack.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. If you hit them up with like, yo, dude, you're hard as fuck. I'm finna send this shit to you.
You almost
Let's
come out.
get-"
It's just like
It's
it's almost like with a
fanboy.
girl. No. Like you can't come off too horny with a girl either.
Exactly.
It's just
bruh.
like, you know.
Exactly, bro. You gotta hit them up like just how it is, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta be as real as possible. Like just yo,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Be
bro?
honest,
That's what I
keep it
had to
honest.
learn.
Simple,
Very
like,
simple,
yeah.
especially when it comes to the business side of things.
minimal text, like minimal language. Like,
Facts.
you want
Yeah,
the shortest,
bruh.
most simplest. Like,
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
be saying too much, like
Almost like a clout chaser or something.
yeah, kinda. But like I don't know, they just don't be
So,
fucking
like,
with that
yeah,
shit.
just
I mean,
like-
also to
Doing
just
too
kind of
much.
like
Exactly. You
Yeah.
feel like you doing
make it
too
less
much.
complicated.
But it's like, damn, when you're in person, everybody talking.
Yeah,
and
of
fucking,
course.
Like, you
But that's
feel me?
different
It's
because you feeling
different, that's
people's
what I'm
energy,
saying.
bro.
Like,
That's
you
why you
feel
gotta
me?
be in the
Everybody's
studio
all
with
like,
them, bro.
woo. Like, what the
I mean,
heck?
I agree. Like being in the studio, like catching vibes, is so much different than
Yeah.
just sending beats through email.
Yeah,
But,
I'm
yeah.
trying to go to Miami. That's where they be at. D and Harper be in Miami. They got a studio down there. That's where I'm trying to go to, bro. Miami.
You traveled before around Florida?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I went one time. You know what's crazy, bro? This is some crazy ass shit, bro. I went to Miami with my boy Marco during Rolling Loud. We didn't even go to Rolling Loud, bro. We were like, fuck, let's go to Miami, bro. Like, I never been to Miami before.
Yeah.
I wanted to drive there, so we took my Z there.
Mm-hmm.
We drove there, bro, and then literally there's this 2 lanes going left like this, and then an exit on the right lane. And I see a blue C8, and this is when D Watkins, this was when his C8, he's got a vet C8. This is when it was blue.
Okay,
So I'm like, yo, no way, bro. That's fucking D Watkins, like as a joke.
that's
and
funny as fuck,
We're both like this pulling up, and it's fucking D Watkins in the C8, bro.
bro. That's
I
funny.
swear to God. And my boy Marco's like, dude, it's fucking D. Like, damn, bro. Like, it really
Yeah,
is
that's
him.
crazy.
And we both just see him, and then he goes on the exit.
Different come full circle.
Oh, because
bro.
y'all were still driving.
Yeah, we were still driving, but we were going this
Yeah.
way, and he was going that way. So we just,
You're
like
like,
a
oh.
5-second glance at him. He had his hat on in there, and we knew it was him, bro.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
because
fire.
that's when he was really wearing them hats and shit, bro. So we're going left, and we see him go right, and then Marco looked at me and was like, bro, that's your sign, dude. Like,
But that's before you had even like
yeah, that's
worked with
before
him
I
or
even
anything?
was talking with Harper and
That-
shit.
Okay.
He was like, that's your sign, bro. And Marco, dude, shout out Marco. Marco's really, for real, my biggest supporter in this shit. Like, my day one, him and my brother, my blood brother, both, like my brother Josh. Yeah, dude, they've been with me for real since the start, seeing me, like, they told me how it is, too. Like, we see you doing this shit, you do this shit, but, like, you gotta do it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
like,
You
it's
gotta
gonna be
for real
hard.
do it.
Yeah.
One time, Marco, he took a tab, bro, and he had this crazy vision. He said, he's like, he texted me, he was like, yo, dude, I'm still kind of tripping off this shit. So when I sober up, we need to talk because I want to try and explain this to you as clear as possible. Like,
Oh shit.
and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? So
Yeah.
he was like, fuck this shit. Like, just come over. So I went over to his crib, and he's like, dude, I'm sitting. This was the first day I ever went to a studio too. I was posting on my story when I was at
Ever.
NIS. Ever. This is the first day I went to the studio ever. I was at NIS with Jay Chris, and my boy Marco's at his crib, and then I go to his crib that night, and he's like, bro, I was sitting on my Snapchat, and I had this just crazy ass vision, like off this tab, bro. Like, he's like, I was sitting there just looking at your story for like 35 minutes of just you at the
That-
studio, like. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, he's like, Ryan, you got to do it. Like, he's like, don't give up. That's the one thing I'm going to tell you, bro. He's like,
Holy
don't
shit.
give up. Like, and ever since then, that shit gave me goosebumps, bro, because I'm like, shit, I never done acid before. I don't fuck with psychedelics like that because of my seizures and shit. I don't know how that's going to, fuck with my shit. I was doing Xans for a while. I quit that shit, bro. But that didn't affect my seizures either, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. He told me that shit, and ever since then, it's been like,
That's crazy.
yeah, I think about that shit a lot, dude.
Was that like before or after you said you had like a birthday at this? Oh, that was before then.
think.
You had like that birthday.
No, that was
Dude,
before.
Yeah, that's
That was
crazy.
before, because that was when I first started going to the studio. That was the first day I ever went there. I posted on my story and I was like this, like, yeah, this shit lit. Like,
Yeah.
we had studio, bro.
Damn.
And then he seen that shit and he told me that shit, and I was like, yo, that shit crazy. He told everyone that shit too. His brothers support me, Geeko and Savi. They be supporting me too, bro. Yeah. Yeah, small circle though, for real, bro. You know, I be knowing who for real be supporting and like who be showing love. And I'm gonna be showing genuine love back too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like, I be showing genuine love to people and then they be just fucking me over, you know what I'm saying? So like, once I lost my boy Jay. He passed away. I don't know if you know him or not, J-Tron from Oviedo.
If you show me a picture, I might.
I'll
but-
show you a picture later.
Okay.
But yeah, he passed away, and then ever since then, I'm like, fuck this shit. I'll cut everybody off. Like, I didn't fuck with nobody. I was really like just rough point in my life. That's when I started wearing my ski mask to fucking school every day.
Yeah.
I had the shiesty mask. I was wearing that shit to school every day.
I can't believe they let that slide
Yeah,
because COVID.
they didn't say shit to me, bro. But
Nah,
like,
my other homie was doing it too.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We were in that bitch with the shiesties on, bro, walking around that shit. But like, I don't know, bro. Yeah, ever since he passed away, I just been cutting everybody off. Like, one little thing, I read people, so like, I just read them now differently. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, dude, I had to cut a lot of people off, especially for this music shit, dude, because like, they were holding me back. They were just always on some fuck shit, just that like bullshit, dude. I'm not one with that like drama shit, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, dude? I'ma just, all right, you do your thing, bro. That's it. You're not gonna hear from me again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Keep it simple.
so exactly, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Mhm.
And definitely fuck the drama. Like, try to avoid it. And if there is some, like, try to squabble it. Or not
Yeah.
squabble it, squash it.
Yeah, just get to the root of the problem
Yeah.
and move on.
Yeah, you
bro.
trying to throw hands.
But like, if you lying on my name about some dumb shit, like, bro, this kid, I had this one kid, bro. He couldn't own up to his mistake, so he tried to throw me under the bus for some shit that I never even did. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he comes to my crib and he tells me, he's like, yeah, bro, like, hit me up though more. Like, we gotta link more, bro. Like, I'm trying to
weird
hit.
ass.
I'm trying to, yeah.
yeah.
He pulled up on me. He's like, you spend so much time with your girl. Like, I'll never see you no more. Oh, but by the way, I just wanted to tell you this shit. And then he tells me, I'm like, yo, what, bro? And like,
Damn.
yeah, that's when I was like, damn. My day one, bro. My day one told me that shit, and I'm like, and my parents cover for his ass all the time when he gets caught doing.
He
some
told
fuck
you
shit.
some fuck shit?
Yeah, some
Yeah.
fuck shit, bro. His parents were fucking drug testing him,
Uh-huh.
and he got caught. So he's like, yeah, I did edibles with Ryan,
Okay.
and I'm like,
Oh.
what the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, and then he's the one that bought him.
Yeah, like, pretty much, like, but did that really happen? Or
No,
not?
I didn't. Dude, I didn't know edibles. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. I'm like, dude, we never did Eddies
Did that
together.
really
bro.
happen?
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, fuck that shit. He was smoking, bro.
Yeah,
and his
I feel
parents
ya.
didn't fuck with that shit. They were testing him.
Wow.
And then he threw me on the bus for that shit.
That's some
So
bull.
now I'm like, now his mom's gonna look at me in some way too and be like, damn, like
you
you know.
ain't never come clean about that to, like, his parents? Or
Nah, I just cut him off.
Yeah,
I
just
said,
forget
"All right,
about it."
Do your thing, bro, and that's it.
That takes a lot of strength because I would want to put him on blast in front of
Yeah,
his
dude.
parents.
He's
But-
going down the wrong road now, bro.
I mean,
He's
fuck
chasing
it, that's his
pussy,
life,
dude.
bro.
Yeah, gotta let him.
Yeah, that's why you just gotta follow the people that do show you love, reciprocate
Exactly,
energy.
bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
The genuineness.
Yeah, the more
Facts.
positivity and shit you put around you, like you build a team.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
100%.
Who's the girl in the Scooby tag?
So that's this Brazilian girl.
Okay.
Her name's Laura. She went to my old school as well. But I was like, shit, I need a tag. Like, I didn't have no tag. At first, it was gonna be what they say in Scooby Doo.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids,
Yeah.
I was finna be my shit. But then I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I want some hard shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah, I had that girl go over that shit, and then at first I didn't mix that shit or nothing like that. In my first few beats, that shit was just running dry vocals and that shit. And then now, obviously, I changed that shit completely and mixed that shit and changed that shit up. But yeah, I fuck with it. I don't know if I'm gonna ever change it. I've been thinking about it a lot, like, but I don't know if I'm gonna change. I fuck with Scooby. Is this you? You feel me? Like,
It's pretty
Yeah.
fire.
yeah, I fuck with it. So
What do you think of looking back on maybe like one of your first beats, or even just like when you're talking about sending beats to people before they're like mixed and stuff?
yeah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, but then again, bro, you gotta go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's done
improve.
that shit, bro. I didn't even know about mixing beats or like the mixing rack or none of that shit. I be having my
I mean, especially without you like using tutorials and shit.
exactly.
You know,
That's
like,
what I'm
it's
saying,
a learning
bro.
process.
So I had to learn everything on my own, bro. So like, I would drag in the different drum sounds and shit, and then I would just click straight to piano roll, and I would do that shit, bro. Like, I had to learn where to put the clap on like the half every single time type shit. I didn't know, bro. Like, I didn't know where to click anything. I didn't know two-step, how to make a
yeah, you
two-step.
learn from like straight ground up. Like,
Yeah,
literally
dude,
nothing.
just straight fucking.
Trial and error.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and the more time you put in that shit.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's been a lot of time in that shit, dude.
Shit. If you had to guess how many hours, how many you think?
Fuck.
Like maybe like 3,000.
Oh, dude, probably, bro. Probably, dude. At least, bro. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
probably, for real. Cause these 2 years, bro, it's just been like every day, bro, just making beats. Like, obviously, there's times I'm gonna take a break. Shit, I might have like a week break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Relax.
But yeah, I gotta come back into it and be like, all right, I'm not gonna fuck around for too long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. So when I do get, too comfortable, I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, a lot of people fall into that trap.
yeah, that's why.
That's interesting. that you
Yeah,
said that.
yeah,
Yeah, comfortability kills.
yeah, exactly, bro. That's why I don't want to take a break and then be like, shit, let me celebrate this shit. You know, I got this placement with D, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then not do nothing and sit here and be lost in that shit. Like, dude, as soon as I seen that snippet, bro, open my laptop, I'm fucking in there, bitch, making beats.
That's
dude.
fire, bro.
Like, dude, it just
Instead of like having that, like kind of what you said, that like starstruck, like
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
kind of like now what, you know?
yeah.
You
Don't
just-
get me wrong though, bro. At first, like the first moment of like, holy shit, this is why I've been working for a long ass time, dude.
Mhm.
And like, it's so weird because, D Watkins was really the artist that I said I want to work with, bro. So it's so weird to like,
Finally
my
lock
first
in.
like one lock in, like I got a contract on my phone, like
Emailed.
yeah, dude.
That's
you know what I'm
what's up,
saying?
dude.
So
Proud of you.
thank you, bro. I
For real,
appreciate
it's
it.
Fire.
I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. We finna just see what happens. You
Yeah,
know?
like keep chipping
See
at
the
it. You know.
future holds,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
most
conquer
def.
Florida, like you said, bro.
Yeah, most def.
Yeah, I was gonna ask where do you see yourself in 5 years, but like you just want to hopefully have made some improvement in trying to work with different artists in Florida.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, like, I just want to keep expanding, bro. I want to keep growing. Like, I really want like every single Florida artist to be on my beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to just grow and then eventually grow out of Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, I eventually want to, own my own studio. Like, it's lit. My pops got me in that little office setup now and shit like that too. So now I can expand. You know what I'm saying? But like, I do want to start a label as well. Call that shit Meddling Kids, and then have a bunch of like people and just blow them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought about that shit too, but like, shit, I don't know.
It's a
bro.
fire name.
Yeah, you know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
I thought about that shit. I'm like, damn. And that same kid that threw me on the bus I was talking about, he's the one that came up with Scooby because I was like,
Oh, word.
yo, what the fuck? I got to think of a name. I got to think of a producer name. And I seen all these people with like crazy ass names and shit.
Yeah.
And then he looked at me and he was like, Scooby. And I was like, what the fuck? And then, because this one bitch I was talking to at the time, bro, she was bad, bro. He was like, she's a snack, bro, so you got to be Scooby. And shit. And I was
Eating that
like,
shit up.
yo, what? And at first I was like, that shit is corny as hell.
Okay.
But I thought about it more and more and like, I
It's
don't
not
know,
bad,
bro.
and it's
pretty-
definitely it's
it's
simple, it's
built.
clean.
You have to build the name.
and
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
another thing too. Like looking at a base name, sometimes there is a ring to it, but like you really have
Yeah.
to build that shit up for people to like.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. Because now people are finna hear Scooby Is This You. Like, all these people that were shitting on me at school and shit, they finna
Yeah.
hear that fresh off a lick. And they finna hear that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
For real.
So, like, I remember
You know that even the part that you posted, it was fire. Like that song is definitely gonna
Yeah, dude.
do
Oh,
a
God.
quick
yeah, bro.
yeah, quick 7 figures at
Oh
least.
yeah, dude, that shit is hard, bro.
That shit sounds
That
so
shit's hard.
fire.
But yeah, I remember making beats in class and shit. I was sending beats to 100K management, like FCG,
That's
Heem,
crazy.
Hot Boy, and them. And there are these people in my class, and they were like, What are you doing?" Like, I'm like, "I'm making beats."
Dude,
like,
I remember you doing that, bringing the laptop.
yeah,
and shit.
yeah. I bring that bitch into class,
That's
bro.
insane.
And,
yeah, that shit was good.
Yeah, I'd be in there every day. I bring my laptop, bro, and I would be making beats in there. And I remember I was like, I'm about to send out, a 20 pack to fucking 100K management. And they're like, what's that? Like, I'm like, I'm gonna send 20 beats to Hot Boy, FCG Heem, them. And they're like, oh, you lying and shit. And I'm like, well, I might not get the beats placed, but like I'm being for real. Like I'm trying to be out here connecting and, building.
They're probably gonna hear him at least.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know, but I peeped the fake love, dude. As soon as I post that D shit, crazy. All these people on my Snapchat, and like, dude, I don't have no one on my Snapchat no more, bro.
My Snap is so dead,
Yeah,
bro.
dude,
It's
I'm
so
added
dead.
everybody, bro. But my shit public, so everybody see my story and shit. You can still like type to me and shit.
Yeah.
So, bro, just so many people, and you can tell, bro. It's just that fuck shit, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, we were just talking about that shit, bro. Like, yeah, dude, like, and all that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, you either just don't respond or just be like, yeah, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah, for real. I just don't respond, bro. I just peep that shit, or I appreciate text.
The
That's
half
it.
swipe.
Yeah, dude.
So you said that you like produced with someone in the studio that you met at a car meet, right? You worked with
Oh yeah, yeah.
people in the studio before to work on beats, more than artists maybe.
What do you mean, like collab with producers in the
Yeah.
studio? Nah, bro. I never really have. I think there's only been one time I went to this kid's home studio. But yeah, nah, we never really did no collab. There's one time, bro. I got invited by the studio to come out to collab, and I'm like, bet. I go out there. They hit me up to collab,
Yeah.
so I go there, and then he's like, yo, run $30 for 2 hours, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, I just drove 1:20 out here. I'm not finna fucking cash out your shit. So I hit up the owner, and he's like, yeah, just run 15. And I'm like, all right, fuck this shit. I cashed out $15, and then I played some beats for him, and he's like going crazy. Yeah, this shit hard.
Wow.
And then he opens up his laptop. He's like, let me plug up. He plugs up. All right, I'm gonna get my hot Cheetos. Swear to God, bro. Goes to the car, 1.5 hours. I'm sitting there, his laptop plugged up, and I'm sitting on my phone. And
For
I'm like,
1 hour and
hour and
30
a half.
minutes. He said hot Cheetos.
He said, I'm gonna go get my hot Cheetos.
Okay.
1.5 hours.
For
And I'm
sure.
sitting, and then, bro, I'm sitting
That's
there.
crazy.
And I'm like this, yo, this is some fuck shit, dude. And I'm like, listen, but it's my fault too. I'm letting this happen right now.
Yeah.
real.
So I upped and I left that shit, bro.
Oh,
And then
okay.
the guy was like, yo, so how was it? Did y'all make some fire and like shit like that? And I'm like, dude, fuck no, bro. We did not make shit, dude. That's why I don't be fucking with collabing with people, because
Yeah.
Damn.
these
You
people
think he
are about
ran
work.
off with the $15?
Yeah, dude. Like,
Dude, that's pretty much what he
You went
did.
to go get the hot
yeah,
Cheetos.
the hot. He had to
Yeah,
get the hot
and
Cheetos with the
G.
15.
Yeah, you got hot Cheetos and drinking
Man.
a G.
Yeah, you
That's
don't know
some
how
bullshit.
dedicated people are.
I'm like, dude. So yeah, bro. I'm like, I even told my brother, these people ain't about work, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when I go in there, I'm there to plug up and make some shit till I leave. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't want to sit and like fool around. Like,
People don't want no money, man.
that's the thing. They do want the money, but they don't want to work for it.
They want the quick cash.
That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys when I said I had to get out of that fucking like that starstruck. Like, let me actually do it, bro. All these people are still like stuck in that shit, bro. You gotta really be out here do this shit for real, bro.
Yeah, like thinking and applying yourself is like two different things, bro.
Absolutely.
And like it's a process, like you said. Like it takes some time. Sometimes people are in that starstruck for a little bit, but like
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
you got to get that ball rolling if you want your dream
Absolutely.
to fucking happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's why I'm trying to travel, bro. That's why
what
I'm
I'm
trying to
saying.
go
Like
to
tapping in with
Miami
maybe some
and
big
really work with
cities.
people out there.
After
bro.
that sign, I think you were definitely meant to go to Miami more.
Yeah, that shit crazy, isn't it? And that shit happened before he even went over my beat. So,
you
like, it's
probably
like-
seen way more artists out there too.
Yeah.
Facts.
I remember I was with my brother in his car, and D posted on his Instagram story, like, when I first started producing as well, it's like 2 years ago. He was like, yo, if you falling for my cash flips on my Snapchat, you a bug. Like, I don't do cash flips on my Snap. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got Snap? So I type in on the ad on Snapchat, I typed in D.Watkins, and that shit came up. So I subscribed, and then it said that I could send him a chat. So I sent him a chat, and I was like, hey, you need beats? And then he was like, cash flip, question mark? And I was like, bro, like, I just seen your IG. Like, I'm just trying to send you some beats. And then he blocked me. And I was like, I was like, damn, bro. That was like my first ever like interaction with D, bro. And then my brother was like, yo, dude, you just got it. That's
Well,
it.
what is a cash flip?
He was trying to scam.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I don't even
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
know.
Yeah, he trying to like, hey, send me $200. You gonna get 400 in
Oh,
8 hours.
that's
type
that's
shit.
the
That
dumbest
bullshit.
shit. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
And I'm like, all right, like. But he just posted, if you fall for my cash flips, you a bug. I don't do that shit. So I knew he wasn't. But I saw opportunity. Hey, he's got Snapchat. Maybe I can reach
Wait,
him
you
through
think
Snapchat.
that was just like a fake account? Though,
That's what
then?
I was thinking.
Nah, it was his real account.
Oh, word.
He was posting from year ago memories of him. It
Oh,
was his
word.
real account, yeah.
Okay.
That's
And
crazy.
what's crazy is you guys can go on your phone and type in D.Walkins and go to hit add, and if I do it, it won't come up.
'Cause
Like it
you're
won't let me.
blocked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Oh my god,
That shit crazy, bro.
that's insane.
But yeah, bro.
Got any more questions, my boy?
Nah, bro. I think we covered a lot. It
Yeah,
was a
we
good
did.
interview.
We
Like
really
we
did.
did. We
For
definitely
real, bro.
dug deep.
Yeah.
You're like one of the best I think we've had on just
Definitely.
elaborating without.
Yo,
Yeah, bro.
you gotta get credit
Hayden's
to my
was
boy.
fire too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I seen his. I'm like, shit, bro. That
Gotta-
shit lit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Y'all be
That's
just
shit.
talking it up and
That's
shit,
what I'm
bro. For
saying.
real, yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe we could tap in like down the line. You know,
Yeah,
get a
most
second
def.
interview.
Yeah, most def, 100%,
For real.
100%.
Have him on as a guest every once in a while.
Yeah, no cap. If you're ever
Everyone
just
who-
like,
Yeah,
hey,
dude.
yo, I'm trying to hop on the podcast, you could definitely. Just
Yeah, you
come
definitely
talk
about
chill to
random,
just
you feel
yeah.
me? Talk about
We be
random
doing like a
topics.
weekly
Bet.
podcast.
Whenever
and shit,
Noah
so.
can't come.
bet. Yeah, most def. I'm local as fuck. It's
Yeah.
20 minutes.
And I got someone I know who's trying to get into hip hop producing.
Really?
He shreds on guitar.
Really? Hey,
So if he's actually serious about it, definitely tell him to hit you up.
Yeah,
The
tell him
beginning
to-
of when he starts playing the piano
'Cause,
and starts learning
bro,
guitar
I'm-
and stuff.
yeah.
I'm not good at making beats, but he did just like a little riff, and I made a decent beat out of it. And I was like, yo, this guy could
Yeah,
definitely
hell
produce
yeah.
for hip hop.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
what's
So,
dope as
yeah,
fuck.
let me know. Shit, he got a
Oh, yeah.
what guitar MIDI? Like he could play it on FL.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, tell him fucking send me
Yeah.
loops. Yeah, tell him send me
I mean,
some
I
guitar
don't know
shit.
how if it's MIDI, but it's like a vocal almost. Like
So
he'll
yeah,
record it through
yeah,
a
yeah,
mic,
yeah, exactly. That's what I would need. Yeah, just the audio of it, just the like file of it.
Yeah. But definitely appreciate you for coming
Yeah,
through, my
most
guy.
def. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
You too, Hayden.
Yes, sir. You're
And
welcome.
Lucy, all again. Thanks for
Yeah.
watching. Subscribe to all that shit. Check out ProdbyScooby.
Yeah, check out our last
on
interview
IG.
with Hayden.